We started building in 2016 and we finished in 2017. It went to tender and Simon J. Kelly were the successful architects, and they would have presented the designs to the Board of Management at the time. The Board of Management, I suppose, in agreement with the department, were happy with them. I know that the site wasn't quite big enough, so they couldn't take a generic design, so they had to bespoke it. We used to have regular site meetings every couple of weeks. What I found was Dermot really controlled those very well. He led them very well, I suppose, but he also held people accountable, held them responsible and kept the project moving, but in a very nice way. He had great attention to detail. You'll go around the school and you'll see the fair-faced blockwork. You know, you won't find anything out of place. It was very, very careful, very clean, and he insisted on that. And I think he set that bar high early, and it was up to the builders to follow it. But mostly, I have to say, they realised that, and I realised that, he wasn't just being that way because he thought he had to be that way. He's that way for a reason, but there were things he could give on, he would give on. There was compromises without compromising on quality. And in fairness to him here, he wanted to build something that we would be proud of, and that he would be proud of. And that came across all the time. Originally, I was thinking that one part of the school would be better for the infants than the other. And it was only when Dermot explained to me why he had put the infants around a courtyard that I understood the thinking that had gone in behind this building. So you will see that the parents come in through the front door, and there's double doors. So that basically the front door is locked when the children are at school, but the infants themselves can't escape, for want of a better word. And you might laugh with that, but we do have a couple of flight risks, and it is a serious thing for us to make sure they're safe. They come into the courtyard here and they can collect them directly from the outside door of the classroom. Whereas in our old school, we would have had a queue of parents down the corridor. So to be fair to him, when I understood his thinking behind it, I thought, yeah, this is well thought out. You know, we think architects just design the walls and just design the windows and the type of roof, but I never realised the amount of thought. So for example, in the courtyard there's Jack Monterey silver birch tree, beautiful tree. He has put it in there because I can't remember the word he used, but it's like it reflects, or it's a nod to Holy Trinity Spire here. You know, it connects it. And the windows here are like welcoming the community into the school. He didn't put a wall around the school because he didn't want for people to think this is a private property. It's great to know the children are visible and they're seen and they're not behind walls, and everything is transparent and open. We did a book on this, and we got each child to write down their thoughts of when they were leaving the old school and coming here. And it was so wonderful to get their thoughts, but one of the first things nearly every child said was the colours and the 50,000 marbles that act as a drainage system. I mean, they love it. Now, they love it so much that we have to stop them from trying to pull them out of the ground, and little fingers will after a while. And Dermot actually designed the amphitheatre out there. And the idea with that is that children would have a space that they could have their own class. You know, the infants love it, and we give them chalk and they write on the blackboard. The other big thing, look, is light. The classrooms are so bright. It's dark enough in Ireland, and especially in the west of Ireland. Having big windows has been fantastic. They just love the space, and you know what, they're warm. In our old school, we really had to have the heating pumped to keep them warm, and that was difficult. If you trust your architect, they have that vision. They can see things that, look, as a principal, I'm very busy. I haven't time really to be thinking about what colours. I'd like to think I do. I'd like to have an input, but at the same time, colours and, you know, all of that kind of thing, they generally have a good idea what they're talking about. Most of the time anyway.